Ok, siamo pronti ragazzi, andiamo al campo di olive. So, today we are going to my friend's olive field. He has an olive field on the hills at the back of Verona, and we're going to harvest olives to make olive oil. If that's not the most Italian thing you've ever heard, like, I don't know what is. But I'm really excited. I don't know what to expect. I think probably my expectations are up here, and it's probably just going to be... No, I think it's going to be fun. I don't care what Matteo says. Like, it's going to be fun. We're going to have a big lunch up there, which is always super nice to eat lunch under the vines, under the olive trees with a view of Verona. So yeah, I'm taking you with me. We're going together. Let's go and harvest some olives. I swear to God, I'll try not to hit this car. Still, at some points when I'm driving, I still sometimes forget which side of the road to drive on. Good morning!
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. Has she brushed her hair? That's the question. Hat so your hair doesn't get covered in olive shit. Are you looking forward to today? How's your back?
No, my back is fine. My calves are sore, but they're big, so they'll be alright.
So obviously in a large scale operation they'll use like huge machines to shake the trees, but this is definitely not a large scale operation. There's about 120 trees and there's like no more than 6 or 8 people here at a time. We start by putting these huge nets at the bottom of the tree. They have a cut in the middle, so from one edge to the middle of the square there's a huge cut, so you can wrap the square completely around the tree. Then we'll spread it out, make it completely flat, and because we're working on a hill we have to prop the bottom of the net up so that the olives don't just, you know, roll down the hill. Now you can do it the traditional way, which is just picking the olives off of the tree and then letting them roll into the net, or you can use a little comb, which is what I was using here, and it's a little bit faster. Your hands aren't doing as much of the work, and you can just pull it through the branches and it will take out a little bit more olives than using your hand. After the net is full or the tree is empty, we lift the net into the crate and slide the net out underneath so that the olives just fall into the crate. And that's it.
No, but there is a specific name.
Goggles?
Goggles.
Why do you have glasses?
Because the leaves are dangerous.
Obviously after about 2 hours of work, it's time for an aperitivo. It's Sunday after all, and we are in Italy, so come on. Has to be done. And please enjoy this fine example of somebody saying something to me in Italian and me just sort of nodding along and saying "sì," even though I have no idea what he's saying. It's a daily occurrence. Oh, look at this. Stuff like this still surprises me in Italy. Rosemary just growing. Like, we pay so much money for this at the supermarket and it's just growing wild. You don't know how lucky I feel to know a family, an Italian family, who will just like welcome me in and let me be a part of this, like a group activity like this. Like, let's go to the olive field, pick the olives, and eventually we will make olive oil. Like, that is special. Like, growing something and turning it into something that you use as a family is not super common in the UK. But here, like, we're here with mum, dad, brother, sister, and family friends, like all picking the olives, and then you have a lunch together. For me, it's a beautiful thing to be a part of, and I feel really lucky.
Tagliata di Negrar.
Good. Beautiful.
Muy rico.
Napa, what are you wearing?
Knickerbox.
What are you doing, Bena?
Cleaning the olives from the leaves.
Why do you have to do that?
Because do you prefer like olives oil or leaves oil?
She's doing an actual video and you're being a numpty.
Ma dopo quando
I mean, you pay based on the weight of the olive.
Okay.
So if you bring a lot of leaves,
It's
more
heavier,
weight,
and then you have to pay more. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
more leaves, more weight.
More money.
More money. Group of leaves is a couple of cents less. You understand?
Yes, I understand. Katia, is this your favorite part of the process?
This is my favorite part of the process.
Why?
Because, you know, after standing like this with your neck up and pulling all the olives down for a while, it's a good relaxation moment.
It's a good rest. It's a good rest.
And you can like pretend that you're working and no one really knows that you're just fucking around.
Allora, c'è il principale in zona qua è il Grignano.
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 Ok.
Poi c'è il Favarolo. Poi c'è il Liccino.
Ok.
il pendolino. Dopo cosa che è, Flavio?
Radaro.
Il radaro. No, non
Verde
c'entra niente.
perché?
Il colore non c'entra niente.
Non c'entra-
Quelle verdi non sono pienamente mature, ma rendono l'olio molto più buono. Rende un po' meno come quantità, nettamente più buono quella verde. Che in passato i vecchi contadini tiravano giù l'oliva tra dicembre e gennaio. L'oliva era tutta viola, matura, rendeva molto di più, capito? Però non aveva profumo. Perché con più alti sono, con più si fa fatica a raccogliere l'oliva ed è più pericoloso. E siccome noi usiamo scalette basse, pensa che sul lago di Garda gli olivi arrivano anche a 12-13 metri di altezza. Hanno di quelle scale enormi e ogni tanto se ne ammazza uno perché cade giù. Vuoi la storia vera?
Sì,
Allora, il papà della Rossella
sì,
era rimasto vedovo
ok.
e non veniva più fuori di casa. E io, sapendo che lui amava l'agricoltura e tutto, ho comprato questo campo qua, siamo venuti qua insieme a scegliere tutto e da allora è sempre venuto qua.
Sì.
Lui è rinato. Io lavoravo, perciò avevo solo il sabato mattina libero. 20 anni no, ma 18 anni, tutti i sabato mattina venivamo su assieme. E lui ha finito per trovarsi anche una compagna, pensa. E dopo me ne sono innamorato perché io con gli olivi parlo.
Sì.
Vero Matteo?
Ma digli anche che hai proposto di vendere il campo adesso.
Era una provocazione per dire vieni ad aiutarmi, sì o no?
Adesso sta basso, sta basso.
Olive oil picking here. I look mental. I have to try one. Let's see. They're disgusting. They're not olives for eating, they're olives for turning into olive oil. Oh, che schifo.
Here we are at the olive mill, or the frantoio as it's called in Italian. This one is called Salvagno and it's in the hills behind Verona. I really wanted Marco to explain everything that was happening, but the machines were just too loud. You couldn't hear a thing. First, the olives are put into this massive funnel, which is a sieve and a wash at the same time. The small leaves that we didn't get at the campo are washed away and they are just cleaned to be put in there. They're put in this humongous granite basin and they're ground up with 3 huge granite stones and each stone weighs 400 kilograms. They spend about 20 minutes in here being mashed. After 20 minutes being mashed, they're put into these huge big basins in this machine that massages them for 40 minutes to an hour. And this is what it looks like after 40 minutes. And then the liquids are separated from the solids. And the solids include the pips that you get in the middle of olives, which is what he's showing me here. From there, they are separated now. So oil in one part and the water in another part. That's it. It can be ready in a day. Then they go into these huge tanks, which from there you'll fill up your own individual bottle of olive oil that you'll keep in your kitchen. Then we got a chance to look at the traditional way, the way they used to do it in the past. The olive paste was put on these things called fiscoli. They were like interwoven nylon discs, and then they're stacked on top of each other, put on carts and placed under really, really heavy presses to be squeezed very, very slowly until the olive oil is ready, and then it's decanted into these bottles. Then we went into the shop that they have on site where they sell all of the byproducts that they make with the olives, their olive oils. They had this pasta that was made with the olive leaves and it was shaped like olive leaves. And I had to get a lip gloss, obviously. After the shop, we went back in and the very nice man was like, oh, great timing. Try some olive oil. And I was like, oh my God, it's 7:30 in the morning. It's not the first thing you want to be eating when you haven't had any breakfast. So yeah. The next day we came back and there was a tasting because now is the period where you harvest the olives and make the oil. We had some toasted bread doused in olive oil. They also make their own Prosecco. And then we got to try the olive leaf pasta. It was delicious. It was a wholesome, nice day. Oh my God. A man and his oil.
Wow, look at the colour.
Wow.
Look how green that is.
It's like a,
and that's it's gonna be so good.
Can confirm. It's very, very good.